Well, that is even worse, and that doctor then brings this whole question. You know, you can be pro-police, but you still have to recognise that it seems to be that the Metropolitan Police, and maybe other police forces, but certainly the Metropolitan Police, is institutionally sexist, racist, misogynistic. I don't know, but this really beggars belief that a professional could be called in and to aid and help that woman in her time of need, and all he thinks about is chatting her up. I mean, it doesn't
incredible.
Even
beg a belief, though, does it? After everything we've learned about the Met Police in the last year or so since Sarah Everard, it's not even surprising anymore.
Absolutely. And the significance of this case, although it's sort of a little bit high profile in that it's the daughter of Des O'Connor who's wanting to bring the judicial review, and I'm very pleased she is doing that. But it demonstrates the sheer normalisation of this sexism and, I gather, racism in the Met Police. Now, they have continually denied this over the past few years, suggesting always that if someone has been found guilty of misconduct, which this PC was actually found guilty of misconduct, and still has his job, as I gather. The significance is it's not just one bad apple. There are various reviews now of the Met Police going on because I think there is a realisation that these are not just isolated incidents. So the judicial review, where a citizen brings a case about the practices of particular institutions, in this case, the Met Police, is very welcome.
What do you make of Met Commissioner Cressida Dick? Of course, lots of people delighted to have a female in that most senior role, and yet it's been on her watch that there's been such a light shone on misogyny within her force. Do you think that she's done enough to counter it? And obviously, throughout her time at the top, there have been lots of calls for her to resign. I wonder if you echo those.
Well, I don't want to get into a sort of lynch mob mentality where what we do is single out one person and ask them to resign. I don't know enough, honestly, about Cressida Dick and her the wider context in which she has been policing or responsible for policing practice. But it seems, from where I'm sitting, that there are cases that she has to answer for. Now, unfortunately, we live in a world in which it would be wonderful if women called out sexism and misogyny in their workplace when they found it, in particular those in positions of responsibility. But I'm afraid it doesn't work like that.